Hey everyone, yesterday I finished updating the General Gear Planner. The current version is 2.2, so if you have an older version, make sure you pick this one up. The latest update includes all the new civilization gear up to what is currently in the game. The previous version stopped just before the choreo set, so there's a lot more included now. There are currently 2 Abbas pieces that have not been released, so those will show as 0 stats for the moment. Once they've been released, I'll update the tool again and let you know. Remember that to use this tool, you have to make your own copy of the spreadsheet. Do not request access to edit the spreadsheet. It will not be granted because then you would be editing the master copy. Once you make your own copy, you can edit it in whatever way you want. If you have no idea what this tool is about, I'll give you a quick rundown on how it will help you gear up your generals. The purpose of the General Gear Planner is to allow you to easily test out different combinations of gear and see how they match up without having to experiment in the game or on paper. It can be used for any type of PvP general. I can build the gear set for a wall general, a reinforcing general, a sub-city general, and any type of attacking PvP general. Let's say I want to build a subordinate city general. Obviously, I know I want to outfit my general with Achaemenid gear, but there are at least 2 types of Achaemenid gear for each slot. For example, I could choose the bow, spear, sword, or axe for a weapon. Each have unique buffs and debuffs, so I need to make my decisions carefully. If I select the bow, I can see to the right that it provides 45% ranged attack. I don't care about the buffs for a subordinate city general, so I'll be looking only at the enemy troop buff reduction. I notice that it debuffs enemy siege attack by 40%. Let's switch to the Achaemenid axe now. The sheet updates the buffs and debuffs automatically. I can see now that I would lose 45% siege attack debuff and gain 40% ranged and ground HP debuffs by switching to the axe instead. Looking at each of the other pieces of gear, I'll decide between the courageous and fearless versions of Achaemenid. The boxes to the right reflect those changes and let me know the total amount of debuffs this set of gear will provide. This will also take into account any set bonuses activated by the accumulation of equipment on the general. Let's say we want to work on a wall general now so we can see what combination of civilization and other equipment would be ideal for our setup. First, we want to click the checkbox below the very beautiful portrait of Empress Dowager Cixi. Clicking this notifies the spreadsheet to include in-city gear bonuses and ignore marching bonuses. Since we are looking at a wall general, we are probably wanting to do a mixture of choreo, Achaemenid, and Ares gear. I'm not going to go through and find the ideal setup since that will be different for each person based on the gear that you have access to. Let's say we have the choreo, bow, and ring. I'd expect those to be the best options, so let's start by putting those on the sheet. I care about debuffs for wall general, but I care about personal buffs much more. It's also important to have a high siege attack range, so I'll leave the choreo bracers alone. I can swap the bow for pieces of Achaemenid or Ares gear and see the changes reflected in the boxes to the right. After deciding on those 2 pieces, we can play with the other boxes until we find what is the best combination for us. If, in the process of messing around with gear sets, you spot any errors or discrepancies with the spreadsheet, please let me know so I can fix it as soon as possible. These formulas get extremely dense, and it is entirely possible for there to be an issue I haven't located. Thanks again for watching this video and supporting the Miser's Guide to Evony. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting the channel. If you liked what you saw, please consider hitting the like button and checking out other videos on the Miser's Guide to Evony. I'll see you in the next video.